everyone. Welcome to Mariano's Meetups. This is going to be a really fun class because I have not tried to make the internet famous Dalgona Coffee yet, but Steve Gleich is going to show us how from Jameson. He's a mixologist, and today we're going to be showcasing the new limited edition Jameson cold brew, which is delicious. It smells delicious. And we also have Dara Carlson here, who's a brand ambassador for Jameson. So we're all excited to get started. You know the rules. There's a chat button. Please ask a lot of questions about the product, about mixology in general. Steve is here to help us through this quarantine time. And just be kind in the comments because we're happy to be here together. And of course, you must be 21 or older. So this is a Mariano's Meetup. We have great online classes. So without further ado, I'm going to let Steve kick it off with a drink. And then Dara is going to tell us a little bit about the brand.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to this lovely cocktail session. To Jameson, Mariano's, it's a real pleasure. And I like that we're going to get you guys a cocktail in your hand right away because that's what we're all here to do. So first, we're going to grab our shaker tin. If you don't have that, a mason jar works great. If you have something like this, you know, just put it in here. All the ingredients with ice, seal it up nice and tight, give it a good shake. All right, well, we're gonna do the Brew-tini. First, we're gonna start with simple syrup, which is just equal parts sugar and water. It just helps with the sugar to dissolve into the cocktail. We're gonna do a half parts of that. And then we have our cold brew over here. We're going to do 1 ounce or 1 part of that. And then, of course, the lovely Jameson cold brew.
Steve, go slow for the people who are not good at measuring.
Sorry, sounds good. All right, so we did a half part of simple syrup. Okay. And then we're doing 1 part of cold brew. Cold brew coffee.
Yeah, that can just be regular coffee too, Steve, can't it? Like
I'm sorry, what's that?
That can just be like instant coffee as well, right?
Yeah, any kind of coffee. Cold brew coffee is kind of nice because it adds a little bit of extra bitterness to it. It's a little more intense, and I think that's great for cocktails. And if you notice what I did there, I went from least expensive ingredient to most expensive ingredient, just so that if you mess up in the beginning, you can dump it out, start over without wasting your whiskey. So 2 parts of the Jameson cold brew. And also I've noticed I'm doing this all before I add ice. That way it's not getting diluted as we're mixing. So we can just sit here like something going on over there. I got to run over there and fix whatever happened. Maybe the dog is eating some trash. That way this can sit here and not get diluted and get ruined. So, all right, we have all our ingredients in there. Now it's time to add the ice, get ready to shake. I think a nice rule of thumb with ice in cocktails is you want it to be about even. You want a lot of ice, but when you put it in the shaker, you want it to be about level, ice to liquid. And if you have a tin-on-tin shaker or any kind of shaker, you just want to make sure it's nice and sealed tight and give it a good shake. So you want it to really get shaken up nice and chilled, almost where your hand sticks to the shaker.
That's a good workout for those of us who haven't been working out.
It is. Give the alarm workout. So I'm going to grab my strainer here. And to go to the next step, you want to grab your fine strainer, any kind of mesh strainer, which will get out all those shards of ice in the cocktail. If you don't have one, it's not a big deal. Just an extra step in quality. All right. Now, I like to garnish this with some espresso beans or coffee beans or with that, just give 3, throw it on top. You should have a nice frothy
I
top to
don't.
it.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
it's there.
You
Well, it's all in the shake, really.
Oh.
see, this is why you were doing the cocktails and not me. Because why is mine wrong?
I mean, this is so lame. I'm so sorry, Steve. I wish I.
It's
Oh
pretty
my
good.
God.
I'm embarrassed to hold mine up.
I know. I am too. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
I'm sure it's gonna taste
But
great.
serious, I'm sure it's going to taste good at least.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
great. It's delicious. This is a really great, easy recipe. I know not to keep bringing up my mom, but she's really funny. And we have friends in New York that always make espresso martinis, and this is definitely like a great upgrade. So thanks for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve, do you know how to make cold brew coffee at home? Are there any tips for that?
Yeah, so you want to take, I think it's rough. You can obviously look all this up, but I think it's roughly equal parts water to coffee, to ground coffee. And you want to let it seep overnight, like 12 hours or so in the water. And then after 12 hours is up, take it, in the fridge, of course. Take it out of the fridge, strain the coffee out, good to go.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of time. It's not a lot of work. It's a lot of time.
I know we sell different brands of cold brew coffee at Mariano's already made. Sarah probably knows a few of them because she's super into that. Maybe we can send a list out of ones, that you can just pick up already done.
Yeah, I'll show you the one I use.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's a good one. La Colombe is a good one here, local Chicago.
Right.
But this is a great one here.
Everyone says it looks amazing. And Kim has a good comment. She says, I bet shaved chocolate or even chocolate covered espresso beans would be good.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of riffs on this thing and add to it. You add your own flair, just like cooking, baking.
Right.
This is your world. Yeah.
I love Nespresso, and I used the chocolate one. I just thought, oh, that's interesting. I don't drink it that often, but I'm like, oh, this might be great with the martini. And it does taste really good. So I love it. So a lot of people are asking about the brand and the process, there's a question about what's the process for making this. So Dara, this is a good segue for you to maybe talk about the brand and this particular limited edition Jameson.
Yeah, amazing. Well, guys, hello everyone. Just to introduce myself, as Amanda said, my name is Dara Carlson, and I am the Jameson brand ambassador based in Chicago. As you can probably hear from my accent, I'm from Ireland, so just across the pond, but loving every minute in Chicago. So what we'll be using today for our next cocktail as well is the Jameson Cold Brew. So this just launched, it's been in the market now for about 2 months. It is a limited edition, and what's so special about this, it's actually only available in the United States as well as Ireland. So no other market in the world has got this, and you guys were the special chosen ones, which is really amazing. And we were kind of just testing the market here to see how it would go for us. And the response has been absolutely amazing. And I think everyone will agree, tasting Jameson Cold Brew, and you can see why it is so amazing. So basically what it is, and what is in the bottle is our Jameson Irish whiskey. So it's going to be our Irish whiskey triple distilled. And if you're familiar with our other Jameson products, like our Jameson Original, everyone will know that it's so super smooth on the palate. So you're going to get that coming from our cold brew as well. Now, what changes in our Jameson Cold Brew is we are infusing our whiskey with beans coming from Brazil and Colombia. So it's all natural beans, no artificial flavors in there, no artificial colors, and it's non-GMO, super delicious. It is another question that I get asked a lot, and maybe a couple of you guys are thinking is there caffeine? Because obviously with the coffee bean. So yes, there is caffeine in this. Nothing that you need to worry about with mixing alcohol if you're doing it responsibly, you know, and with responsible measures and everything. So we have taken the ABV of the Jameson cold brew down. So the ABV, you know, for people that aren't too technical with alcohol terms, is it's just really the alcohol content. So it's going to be 30% ABV in here, where our other Jamesons are about 40%. And the caffeine content, as I said, nothing to worry about. From your standard, you know, 1.5 ounce pour, and there's going to be about 3/4 of a measure of espresso. And so super delicious. People, you know, that has that little lower alcohol content, seem to be doing it earlier in the day, which is totally fine. And you know, a brunch drink, it's great to mix with, as we had the Brewtini there, or an easy Irish coffee or anything to kickstart your day. No judgments here. So yeah, as I said, limited edition to the States. So really get behind it and try and support it, and it would be great. And yeah, that's kind of where it all came about. And you know, with I think with the whole brunch scene, it's a real big scene and a trend that we saw coming about. And you know, we really kind of wanted to dive in there, but not let the coffee overtake the whiskey or vice versa. And I think we did do a great balance in there. So that's our lovely limited edition product.
It does have a really delicious flavor, and I think it would just be great even on its own if you poured it over ice.
Yeah.
So this is a great thing to add to your bar at home.
Yeah, and as you said, like, you know, you're going to get those kind of darker notes almost coming on the palate. So a lot of chocolate, obviously coffee, but you know, anything you're mixing, like, that's why the Irish coffee is so kind of sweet and delicious when you're using cold brew. Obviously, you're going to have those coffee notes coming from the cold brew, Jameson cold brew, and then just mixing it with normal, regular instant coffee or whatever it is, and really is delicious. So it kind of gives the perfect balance.
Can you keep it in the freezer or the fridge? Is a question from Justin.
Yes, freezer. I'm not sure. Like, alcohol isn't meant to freeze, so I'm sure you could. But the fridge, I keep mine in the fridge. Take it out and pour it over ice, so that's totally fine.
Okay, and then is it shelf stable if you wanted just to leave it out?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
These are all great questions as usual from our team, Mariano's Meetups. I love it. Okay, so Steve, this is the drink that like took over the internet. I've never tried it. The infamous Dalgona Coffee. So you're going to talk us through how to do the next drink.
That's correct. Yeah, thanks again for having me. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm based in Chicago with Gibson's restaurant group at Gibson Italia. So once we all get back to normal, come visit me.
I will come see you for sure. I can't wait.
Of course. Anyway, so let me give you a little history, a little background of this cocktail. This drink is origins from back in India. It's known as like a whipped coffee. I like to think about it as a reverse cappuccino. Does that make sense? So normally you have like a whipped, like frothy milk cream on top. This is kind of the opposite. It's the whipped coffee on top of the milk. So this drink, it surged popularity when it showed up on a TV show in Korea. And then because of its resemblance of this candy they use there, which was called Dalgona. It's like a spongy candy, kind of starts sweet and finishes bitter, also kind of airy like this cocktail is going to be. The Dalgona really, that happened, it showed up in Korea on the game show in January, so not too long ago. So once that happened, it really started getting popular on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's really because of the stunning layered presentation, which you'll see when we get this drink going here. I think it especially got popular the past month or two, really because of us all being homestead, trying to come up with creative ideas, things to do. And obviously we love to post our photos and get ourselves out there in the world. And I think it's a delicious cocktail that is fun to do at home. It's more like baking to me. But my first experience with this cocktail was my friend George. He lived below me in my apartment. He was from Greece. And he actually would show up with this cocktail, which is known as a frappe. So it's called different names. It's, you know, in different like regions, but in Greece, it's the frappe. So here we go. We're gonna start making this thing. Just grab yourself a mixing bowl. And we're gonna do these all equal parts. So 2 parts instant coffee. Just grab any kind of measuring cup, just as long as you're measuring parts. So this is 2 parts here. So for example, if you want to use 1 cup to 1 cup to 1 cup, you count those all as 2 parts. Does that make sense? So another 2 parts of granulated fine sugar. How are we doing? Ready to proceed? We have another 2 parts of hot water.
I forgot to boil my water, so I'm doing that.
Might not be too hot anymore, but warm water might be okay.
Warm water, yeah. You have to work extra hard for this one. So, 2 parts hot water. Now, there's many ways to mix this up. One way is just grabbing a whisk and just beating it like you are doing scrambled eggs. So you see not much has happened here. You have to do this for quite some time, about 15 minutes or so. If you have time, great, do that. It will eventually happen. But what I would prefer to do is grab me like a hand mixer. Any kind of hand mixer will do. And get this going like this. Dara, you're going to be there for a minute, huh?
I know. I said I have to redeem myself after the last cocktail because I don't know.
That's okay. Anyways, so just so we're not sitting here all day with whisking away, I went ahead and did this for you. But for these at home that are doing this, feel free to just keep doing that process. And then once it's to this point where we want to have peaks, just like you would like a lemon meringue or any kind of whipped cream, you see how it's sticking, it's nice and frothy, kind of like a cloud.
I mean, that's so unbelievable. Does the water have to be really, does it matter what temperature, does it have to be boiling? Is it
be hotter than colder for sure? Hotter is gonna mix it. So imagine you put in sugar in cold water. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna sit to the bottom, right? You put it in hot water, it's gonna dissolve a little bit easier and quicker.
Oh, I think mine's boiling.
And what I did earlier, because I did try it out, if anyone has like a coffee machine that has a frother on it, I tried to do it that way and it worked out pretty okay. So better than my hand whisking anyway.
There's also other kind of hand mixers you can use, electric hand mixers, ones that like you've seen that they're just handheld, and that'll work as well. I think a lot of people use them to whip eggs up. Any kind of method, as long as you're just whipping and aerating it and get it to where you need it to be.
Steve, when you get the hot water in there, should you like mix it really well to dissolve everything?
Yeah, stir it, mix it. Obviously, that's the first step to get it all working together. But it's really about the whipping is what is going to get you to this point. Again, I don't know if you saw it, but I'll show you again. See how it's holding to the spoon? It's holding peaks.
Oh, it's so good.
How are we doing over there? Is everybody whipping away?
I see some people are using their immersion blender, which is great.
That works, yeah. Get creative. We have a Ninja here. I was thinking about trying to use that, but I decided that it might get stuck in the container and be hard to get out. So I feel like a hand mixer is the best way to go. What do you think? Should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Next, we're gonna grab our cocktail glass with no ice. Just let it sit there. And we're gonna do 3 parts of milk, any kind of milk you want. You can do skim milk, you can do coconut milk, almond milk. I just like to do 2% milk. It's kind of right in the middle of the road. It's not too thin, not too heavy and dense. Okay, now obviously we're gonna add our cold brew, Jameson cold brew coffee. Whiskey. We're doing 1 part of that. Okay. Now we're gonna add our ice. What? Like I said before, you want to just really fill it up all the way with ice. Cocktail without a full glass of ice kind of looks a little weak and watered down. This is really a cocktail you want to make, for your friends. They're having over as guests. You want to kind of show off your skills. And here's where that comes in. So you want to take that bowl of beautiful whipped coffee, sugar, and water. Give it a nice little stir to mix it back up. And just gonna throw this right on top. You kind of want it to mound up on it, kind of stand up on top of the glass. And take your spoon. Just gonna stir it around just to get it even. It's looking pretty good. Next, you want to grab your little sip. Yeah?
Steve, mine looks like melted ice cream. Should I just keep whipping it?
Yeah, you want to whip it more. You want it to be more like whipped cream, Cool Whip.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to try. See what happens.
I know it's
I'll be back.
time consuming. But once you do it, it's easy. If you're going to have a bunch of people over, it's great to put it in a KitchenAid or just whip a big batch of it. It's all about the prep work here.
Did I kind of redeem myself? See, it's a bit whipped.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my god. I redeemed myself.
Last step, though.
Right.
You're gonna grab a little cinnamon and just really grab a pinch and, get about a foot above it and just sprinkle it around. Give it a nice dusting. That's really just for looks and for the aromatics. And then you really want to just take a photo of it and post it on Instagram.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Sláinte.
Cheers. But really, to enjoy this drink, I think it's important to get all the flavors as you're drinking it. Because if you just drink the top, you're only going to get that instant coffee, water, and sugar. Either mix it up or just make sure your sip is containing all the ingredients.
So good.
Delicious, right?
Oh my god, so refreshing.
It's like starts sweet and then it kind of bitter finish. A little coffee.
I couldn't really get mine to be really foamy. I think the best thing to do is to do the hand whipping.
Yeah, I mean, this is good.
With the whisk?
But it tastes delicious.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the most important thing.
It's like an adult milkshake, kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, let's, looks like a lot of people. Kristen, it looks like you guys are, oh, she walked away.
Kristen.
We want to see.
Oh, hey, Kristen.
I
Hey,
had to
Andy.
put that in. Good job, Steven.
Oh, they look great.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys turned out good.
Ignore the lipstick.
What's black inside of yours, Steven? Is your ice black or something?
No. I think that's just like the clear part touching the end of the glass, so you can see through it.
Just look that way.
I mean, it does look really pretty as it like sits, like kind of, you know, looks like a lava lamp.
And honestly, once you drink it, you kind of want to mix it together a little bit. Once you're done with the photos and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it looked like you had like a vanilla bean or something in there. I was like, ooh, a vanilla bean would be good.
Did anyone else make it today? Looks like some people are in their kitchens. I can't really tell. Stu, did you make one? Go Cubbies! Oh, we have to take them off mute. Sorry. Hi, Stu.
Hi, double fisting, loving this.
Ah.
Love Jameson. I see a guy wearing a Jameson sweatshirt. He's pretty exciting too.
Love it. It looks great.
Hey, Mom.
We love the moms on Zoom. It's awesome. Let's look.
Adam.
Are there any, Dara, are there more cold brew cocktails?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, those two cocktails are kind of the signature cocktails, or the ones we're really focusing on at the moment. But as I said, in an Irish coffee, delicious espresso martini. I know we did the brew teeny, but an espresso martini as well is delicious with this. And anything you think really that you'd order that could be kind of sweet, that would be nice with chocolate, coffee notes, try and substitute with our Jameson for our Jameson cold brew.
Oh, Delicia said it's great with cola.
Yeah, cola is actually another good one. Really simple serve is just 1 part Jameson, 2 parts cola, and a little garnish of orange, wedge of orange.
Oh, orange, I like that. That sounds really good.
If anyone's into kind of orange chocolate, I know I love anything with orange and chocolate, and it's really delicious.
Is it St. Patrick's Day yet? Yes, it could be, because we don't really know what day it is. So, Stu, it could be anything. Oh, Mary Beth, Mary Beth is spotlighted. I think you have to unmute yourselves. There you go.
Okay, all right. So actually, Sarah's with me. You highlighted her last week. We're together today. I'm
I love it. Awesome.
These are fabulous. Thank you so much. They're so good.
We said it's the perfect thing for if you don't know if you want a milkshake or a cocktail. This
Or a
like
coffee.
it's both of those cravings. It's so good.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's a great way to describe it. It looks good as well, guys. Well done.
Yeah.
I know. Steve's looks so good. Steve's is perfect. What is your favorite type of Jameson to drink?
For me, at the moment, it's going to be Jameson cold brew. I'm trying to get as much into me as possible because it is limited edition. And when Jameson cold brew was out of the picture, it would have been Jameson Black Barrel. So Jameson and Black Barrel is one of our more premium Jameson whiskies, and great in cocktails again, or neat or on the rocks. And actually, I don't know, has anyone seen, this is actually really special and available in Mariano's as well. It's our Jameson edition, 5th City limited edition with Revolution Brewery. So it's something we came out with last year. where we partnered up with a Revolution Brewery here in Illinois, and we took them over to Ireland, and they actually rested their Fifth City beer in our barrels for about 6 to 8 weeks. And we took the beer out of the barrels and rested Jameson Original back in the barrels that previously had contained Fifth City beer. And we came out with this great addition. And what's really special, it's only available in the state of Illinois. So people in Ireland can't even get it. People are calling me, being like, "Can you send me a bottle? Can you ship me a bottle?" But that would be my second choice.
Yeah, that's really cool. And we love the local collaboration there with Revolution. We do a lot of events with them. So we actually did an event several months ago with you guys when we all could hang out in person. Now we're just here on Zoom, which is great too. It's a nice place for us to be. Yeah, any other questions or anyone else want to showcase their cocktail making? There was a request. I got to find it. We have someone else on here from Ireland, and they want you, Dara, to do an Irish toast.
Oh, nice. Well, hello.
That's something you can do. Let me find out who it was, if I can scroll through here. But I think that sounds fun. It's very apropos, right?
Yeah.
It's Michelle Deshav. This looks so good. I'm from Ireland too. Could you do an Irish toast for us?
Nice. Well, cheers, Michelle. An Irish toast that I always love to do that's really nice is everyone raise a glass. So may the roofs above us never fall in and the friends around us never fall out. Sláinte. And I think that's Sláinte.
Sláinte.
And I think that's a really kind of nice toast as well during these challenging times for everyone. And you know, we need to be thankful for that roof over our head and our friends around us as well. And obviously this is kind of our new reality for the next while, but it's great to all get together. And thank you to Mariano's for hosting this every week. And you know, it really brings conviviality moments together. And I know at Purna Ricard we're all about that. So we really appreciate it, and that we are able to share cocktails with you guys, and then you can pass them on to your friends and enjoy them together in the next Zoom call. So.
Yeah, I think this has been a great platform for everyone to get together, not feel so isolated, really learn great, you know, things about food, cocktails, wine. It's been a really great, you know, thing for Sarah and I actually to be part of. So we appreciate everybody being part of it. And thank you, Delicia. We love Thursdays too. And we have a great schedule coming up for the rest of this month and also into June. And then we're going to kind of see where it goes, like how everyone's feeling about, you know, venturing out into the world. But Sarah and I will work on a future schedule. But this is, yeah, it's been, Karen, you're right, a great way to learn. And Steve, we're all going to be so tired of making our own drinks. We'll be lining up outside Gibson's Italia for you. So we can't wait.
Make sure I take off that day.
I'll be with you there.
We want to see you. Does anyone else have anything else for Steve or for Dara about the brand or drinks? Everyone's just going to enjoy the rest of their evening cocktails. I love it. Well, everyone, thank you. This has been really fun. And we love seeing everyone. And Steve, you were awesome. Dara, you were awesome. I actually don't have the castmate, so I'm going to go ahead and get that one too with the Revolution. So, but this is great. I can't wait to enjoy it with my mom who's watching, and then we'll see everyone soon.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Amanda. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Sláinte.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you.